This is Calvin of Team APS, and I'm here again with
Paul. What's up?
And remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you like this video, get it to 500 likes.
Wow, just out of the gate, just asking for likes. I like it. Good. You're learning.
So now we just start the video. They don't even know what the video is about.
So people say that we do too many negative topics and people complain and
we're
say,
very positive.
Stop griping and complaining about this game. So unlike the last video where we said, 5 players we don't like to meet, this time it's the opposite.
180. We're talking about 5 players that we actually like.
5 players we don't mind interacting with in this community. I will start. Players who help kids.
Kids are the future.
That's really the best one. Players who, don't rip them off. Actually, in fact, players who give kids cards they're looking for.
Yes.
Like, obviously, I don't expect you to give a kid your pot of desires, right? But when like a kid's looking for a copy of something, it's worth like a few dollars. It's a holo, maybe you could sell it, but you just give it to the kid instead. And
you'll be shocked at the stuff, like a lot of kids, the stuff that they're looking for actually doesn't be that expensive.
Yeah, it's really not.
And they are very excited to get, like, kids literally will be